All right. With Scratch, there's a lot that I want you to keep in mind. Scratch is a training program. This is a program that even in universities, they use this to teach people how to start programming. Joshua? So I really need you to understand that while it may seem simple, it can be very complex. In the video, I mentioned that actually there are companies out there that hire people that know Scratch. Google is one of them. They actually have positions that they fill because someone knows Scratch really well. I've seen some fun games that take maybe 5 to 10 minutes to write the code for. I've seen some fun games that probably took days or weeks to write the programs for. You can be very complicated or very simple with what you do here. The other thing is, there's a lot of songs in Scratch. Songs. I have students that they come in, they load up Scratch just so that they can listen to the music. I don't know how to do that, or let me rephrase that, I'm not going to tell you how to do that. I will say, though, that you've logged into it. Now, be careful. This is not Google. Google has nothing to do with Scratch. Scratch was created by students at MIT. So, you can't press on the Google button to have it set everything up for you. And if you forget your username, if you forget your password, you're out of luck. I mentioned that in the video several times, and I promise you, every year since I've used Scratch, I have 3 to 5 people that lose all of their work because they can't remember their username and password. It's not bad losing your work, except when they don't have time to complete their assignment and turn it in. If your assignment's due on Friday, Wednesday afternoon, after a week and a half of working on it, you can't remember how to log into it, or you changed your password and don't remember your password, I can't help you. That's your responsibility, and that's why I told you to save it in 3 different locations. 1, email it to me. 2, save it in your contacts. 3, go ahead and save it in a Google Doc. That way you can find it. I even would recommend that you email the answer to you. You should have it in your sent items, but if you have it in all those locations, Hunter, thank you. If you have it in all those locations, you're more likely to be able to find it. Now, up here in your ideas, look up here. This is where your tutorials are. I would recommend that you do the first one, but I didn't start with that. That may be something we do tomorrow. I should have done it first. I told y'all to animate a name, your name. Each letter must do something different. One letter may play a sound. The other letter may disappear and then reappear. The next letter may move across the screen. The other letter may change colors. They're going to tell you how to do all of that. Something I want you to look at, though, with Scratch is how to add sprites. Now, the sprite is actually the character that you're working with. Now, Scratch, the cat, is also a sprite, and you'll see that many of our activities will use that sprite. This is the tutorial. We'll go through that. For now, though, I want us to remember, here at the bottom, you can see these little blue buttons. And that's how you can go in there and find the backdrop or the sprites. Now, they're wanting you to animate your letters. So at the very end, you'll see letters. And then with the letters, so you get to choose. They've got a couple of different styles. All you have to do is click on it, and then suddenly it'll appear down here at the bottom. So let's say I've got the D now. I can move it anywhere up here on the screen. I can just grab it, drag it around. I can position it. But maybe I want Scratch to disappear. I can click here on Scratch, and then there is a show, do not show, or I can click on the trash can. So I click on the Scratch. I've got the show, do not show, but also you have the trash can. Just be careful. When you delete the sprite, then you lose all the code. So if you wrote a lot of code for the letter, and then you click on the trash can, you lose that code. And when you put the letter back up there, you have to start all over again. Now, this is the background. If you want to add a background, you can. Sometimes that helps if you find something that kind of matches your theme or who you are. I like the blue sky. It's real simple. But then for my sprite, let's go back up here. Letters. And it's slow, people. You sit there, you're having to go letters, then you have to find the letter. It's slow. So that's how you get started. From there, as you play these videos, they tell you what's going on.
You can use Scratch to animate a name and bring it to life. Make the letters change color, spin.
If you click on the arrow, it advances to the next part. If you're going too fast, you may skip over some things and then wonder what to do. But you need to make sure that each letter does something different. I'm going to close the tutorial there and here. I'm going to show you, for example, the first letter. Once you click on it and highlight it down here at the bottom, any changes that you make here in this area where you put the commands will affect that letter. One thing in the video they tell you is first go to events and then win the green flag. This is your starter. This is how things start. With that command there, when I click here on this green flag, then that letter starts to do something. Well, let's first sit there and looks. Let's go up here and look at looks. Maybe I want to change the color, or I want to use the next costume. I want it to say hello. Oh, that would be good. I want it to say hello. When I click on that, oh, pretty cool, huh? So my letters can talk. All I have to do is click on that, and now it says hello. But you need this. You need this starting point. Without the starting point, it's a little more complicated. So I encourage you, always have your green flag on there. Now, my next letter, I want to click on it. Again, though, I have to go up here, go to the event. An event is when something occurs, such as when I click on the green flag, then it occurs, whatever it is. Now, I may want a motion. I might want it to move. So let's look at that. I can sit there and have it move 10 steps. Well, I'll go ahead and tell you, 10 is very little. I want to change it to 50. And let's try that. My keyboard is acting a little 50. Then I might want it to sit there and turn left. And let's try 45. So when I click up here on the green flag, now for the O, it's kind of hard to see, but you can see now it's starting to move. Or in this case, the I. But again, you have remember, you always have your event and then your action. Now, before I go any further, are there any questions? No. All right. So, do you think you can do this now? All right. Do this assignment. Everybody should be able to complete animating your name. We may step back tomorrow. We may go forward, or we may do both. If you're having problems logging in, let me know. Those of you at home, I wish you good luck. Watch the videos. Please remember I'm recording. Please watch all the videos and pay attention to the details, people. You're at home. I understand it's a little harder to do, but I'm trying to keep this short and to the point. It's your responsibility to get this complete. Make sure you share it with me, and we'll go into that here shortly. Thank you.